It's Macmillan. Alright. Let's see where we're at. There's someone. Okay, so what do you say? We go hard, go dirty. What do we do?
You can do that. I would say look at... I mean, you can tell right away what you're up against, I think, in most cases. How good are they running? Like, what does the run look like, right? Are they pros or are they scrubs? Like, I don't see a pro here. Like, I feel like every one of their moves so far has been pretty telegraphed. But I don't... It's... I play differently. Like, I admit I play to win. So I would always say go for the winning strategy in most cases. Like, I'm not giving them an ounce of leverage to try and...
Well, they already did a gen that quickly.
Yeah, so...
Is that a basement there?
Yeah, there's a basement right next to you, I think. Yeah, it's right next to you.
Might as well.
Now, do remember it sometimes takes a little bit longer to get them into the basement and onto a hook. Yeah, I mean, you have to spend blood points to get P100.
Yeah, I think he's...
If you don't spend blood points to get P100, I don't know how you'd get P100 without spending blood points.
I think he's just being sarcastic, saying like, oh wow, you spent blood points, like it means,
I think
it means you're supposed to be so good at the game.
I think there are people who have bots that farm them to P100, I suspect. There are a lot of people that do that, because I've gone against some P100s that I'm like, there's no way you could play this game that many hours and not learn.
No, some people can play that long and just really
never learn anything. I guess. I mean, that's
possible. It's not only that. It's eye-hand coordination and muscle memory and things like that. And some people are not as not.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's always.
It's like some people are just not athletic, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd call that athleticism.
No, but it is a skill set.
And it's a free down from him. I don't know why he continued for the unhook. Like, that's baby. Like, that's a baby move. You don't continue for the unhook when you've got a nurse.
She's just holding W.
Especially when you have somebody else that can take the hook. Like, I don't know. A W gamer. And she's got made for this as well. That's what it is. And that was the Fangman, yeah, who was made for this.
Who's Quick Stars?
So when they have made for this, most of the time they don't stop running. Like, that's what I've observed about people who bring it. So in that case, just assume they're going to keep running. And that will help you telegraph your blinks to get to where they're going to be.
She's dead already. Wow.
Yeah, she's dead.
I didn't realize she went to phase 2.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, for me, that would be a good thing. So then you can focus on the rest of the team kind of more leisurely, if you wish. Because at this point, the game is entirely in your hands. See, and you get your aura reading, which is also nice. Free hit, good. That's nice. I feel like you have to be a little bit... Yeah. No way she makes that. Good stuff. I like that. You definitely have to be a little bit riskier.
A little bit of what?
I think you have to be a little bit riskier these days with the way the game is gone, with the new perks as killer. It forces you to play a risky biscuits kind of strategy for getting 4Ks. You know what I mean? Like, just leaving somebody slug, things like that, but taking the risk that they will use plot twist or something on you. Or not plot twist, but buckle up with for the people or something. That being said, I've never encountered a scenario where I ever felt like... Well, I had one scenario where they actually did that in my face, and they all ended up getting out, and it was just, like, miserable. Of course, they were a Swift, like, there's no doubt in my mind. I didn't even have to look at their profiles to know it, but, they brought the perfect build with two toolboxes, reagent, and all the rest of it. And I guess this is a good thing for your chat, you know, if you ever go up against a nurse, the reagent is a very good add-on for countering her. And most people don't realize just how useful the reagent is in
What is
countering
that?
her. It makes it
smoke?
foggy. Yeah, it makes it foggy. And believe it or not, it is frustrating to go against. It is really frustrating when somebody brings a reagent. And usually I only see top teams, it seems like, bring it. In the matches that I go into. It's always like, yeah, reagent. You know, you'll get like 2 reagents stacked and you just can't see anything. You can't see anything. Even, you know, the only thing you can count on is aura reading. Basically, it's like, alright, let's take a look at the aura read. I have a feeling they're still hanging out in the area. Oh, no. I would go for the pop here. Yeah, pop value. They're going back to the hook, so you can probably safely go back there. Yeah, they're there. They're in that area. See, I can telegraph their movements. I know where these people are going to go most of the time. These people seem decent-ish. And, you know, I mean, like, they play the game at least. They sort of know what they're doing. You need him at phase 2, and she's going to try and... Oh, they got the gen down behind. Wow. So he's at phase 2. You should bring her closer to his hook, and then just wait it out and see what the other person does. I don't think I'd even hook them, so to be quite honest. Because here's the thing, even if she gets back up, you can hunt her down, right? Like, if you give up the hook now, like, see, you gave up that hook and you went right for it. I would go back to the other hook real quick. I wouldn't bother with this chase. Exactly. Now you've got 2 people. Okay. No, she's going for distance. She's not going to be anywhere. Remember, she has "will make it," and I told you earlier.
What do you mean, we'll make it?
I meant made for this. I'm sorry. In cases, I meant made for this. In cases of made for this, most people who use it,
They're just going to hold W.
Yeah, exactly. Most of them will opt for distance because that's what works with that perk. So they won't sit around an area. So you're not going to get value off your aura reading against somebody with made for this. I mean nowhere to hide is what I mean. You won't see them hiding around a gen. Oh, he's right back there, yeah. That was the right play. That was the right play. Even if you didn't get her, it was still the right play because ooh. I don't think this person has made for this though. And because of that, she's gonna take the down there.
So who has it, Meg?
Yeah, the Meg has it. The Meg probably has it. The other person died on hook though, so they might be giving up here. But I mean, it goes to show, even with 3 people, just what you can accomplish. I mean, we won a game earlier as Survivor with 2 people, so you know that's oh, there they are. Oof. Do you want to give her the hatch or do you not? That's up to you. How do you feel about the way they played?
There's nothing wrong with it. Right? No one was like teabagging or anything weird. can't even go down it. I was gonna kill her, but the fact that you suggested hatch, I'm like, well, if dinner time actually considers it, then, you know.
Well, did you feel like it was one-sided enough for a hatch, right? Like, I don't know, that's how I base it.
What do you mean?
Like, if it was a good game, right? If it was a good game where it was like, ooh, that was actually good, you know, where it's like, maybe I'll give them hatch, but most of the time I don't give them hatch. It's like I'm not giving them anything. So it's you know, it's entirely up to you.
Oh, there's nothing weird about that game. It wasn't obnoxious like the previous one. The previous one was a little more obnoxious. I feel actually a lot more obnoxious, I feel like. And what I mean by obnoxious is like, it's not like they were teabagging.
See, one thing that I've observed is that, like, it doesn't tell me anymore when the game started. So I apparently was in a lobby and it queued and it just went to the game, but it didn't send me the alert. Does your game do that now?
I don't know, what alert?
When it tells you when the match starts, you know, when the music plays or whatever, when you're tabbed out.
If I'm tabbed out, I don't hear it, but if I'm in the game, I hear like the sound of the map starting. Just like a atmosphere.
Yeah, I didn't even get that. I didn't even get that. I was in a game and I didn't even get that.
Oh,
I didn't
look
even
at
know I
this.
was in a game.
Look at these two guys. Yeah, so what I mean by obnoxious is like when they're clearly not afraid of you and they do things like come right back and tap the gen in your face or pop a gen in your face or pre-run off a gen, but the minute you walk away they go right back on it. They're just being very bold and overly confident, and there's something about that is like, I find it obnoxious, kind of. Although it's smart and it's efficient and it's correct and it works, I would say it's efficient. But in another way, it's also like, catch me if you can, you suck, I'm not scared of you type of mentality, or that's how it comes off. Or when they're like really just boldly doing things in your face, coming for unhooks or circling towards you, just, you can kind of feel the way that they're playing is kind of like, I'm not scared of you, you're not going to catch me type behavior. Whereas other people that are just running for their life is like a little more like, I kind of don't really want to kill these people all that much. They're just scared and running.